everyone, welcome to the next installment of Off Kilter's Carnivore Month preparation series. This video will have a little bit of an overlap, and that's okay. You know, the last video we're going to talk about all the different cuts and everything like that. This video, I just want to talk about how to eat carnivore on the cheap. I've seen a lot of questions about it, especially in the carnivore beginners group. So I just want to let you know how we do it. We tend to eat fairly cheap anyway. Hannah is really good at getting the most for our money. Typically we spend, or before carnivore, we would spend about $300 a month on groceries, and that's for 3 people and a dog. After carnivore, and keep in mind it's just me on carnivore, it's not everybody on carnivore, just me, we were able to lower that cost by $30 to $40 every 2 weeks. So it is doable. One thing you need to keep in mind is your bill's going to change because what you buy is going to change. No longer are you spending all this money getting the extras, you know, various sides and buying all these different vegetables and ingredients to make other sides or even desserts and stuff like that. You're not buying the garbage snacks like that sugar prostitute Little Debbie, nothing like that. So it's gonna change how much you spend because you're not buying as much. So one thing I want you to remember is take advantage of buy one get one free deals. I find a lot of buy one get one frees on things like ribs. And ribs are really good because they're super fatty. Don't trim all the fat off. I mean, take the silver skin off because you got to take that off or it doesn't taste very good. But take the silver skin off, leave the fat on, don't trim the fat. Allow the fat to kind of cook into the meat. It'll be delicious. It's one of the few cuts of pork that I can eat without issue. Look for ribs. Take advantage of those buy one get one frees. Remember to go with cheap cuts of like beef, and if you prepare it right, it's going to taste incredible. You can get stew meat that normally would be tough, but you cook it right. I'm gonna try to come up with a recipe for like I don't know how to put it. I'm not very fancy. I can try to come up with, you know, proper names.
Shish kebab and then grill it.
Ooh, sous vide shish kebab and grill it. That sounds good. So I'm gonna do that. No, that's not what I was thinking. I'm gonna do that. So if you cook it the right way, you know, you can get chuck roasts, you can cut those into steaks, you can sous vide them if you have a sous vide, and they taste really good. If you don't have a sous vide, and either you just can't afford to get one, and I totally understand, you can get cheap ones for about 20 bucks, 25 bucks. The cheapest of the one I have, the Innova, was 80 on sale. They average about 120. You can be on the lookout for those. If you can't afford one or you just don't want to sink the money into that, that's perfectly okay. Look up Alex the French guy on YouTube. He's probably my favorite YouTube cooking personality, and I'll link his channel. He has a video series on sous vide where he shows you how to make your own with just an igloo cooler. So you can still get the sous vide outcome with stuff you already have at the house. Now it's not going to circulate in there, and that's okay. You're still going to be able to cook it at the temperature you want it to be cooked at. So look at all those different options. So check out your discount stores. Go to a meat market. Find a meat market. You know, we can get a box of chicken quarters, you know, 40-pound box for 16 bucks. And chicken, it's delicious. It can be filling if done right. And then we have to add a lot of supplement to it, fat. We make an Alfredo sauce, a carnivore gravy, stuff like that. It works for in a pinch, and especially when we're getting closer to in a pay period and we've eaten all the beef and what little pork that we still eat, we'll be eating a lot of chicken. But it's fine because of how we prepare it. So just watch how you prepare it. Find a meat market. It's tax time. Start looking for somebody who's selling half a cow or a whole cow. I saw online this morning somebody out of Okeechobee is selling shares of cows for $4.60 a pound. You know, you may get larger cuts that you're going to have to take up yourself. You'll be able to eat cheaper overall that way. It's just a bigger bill right up front. So there's all different kinds of ways to eat cheaply on Carnivore. It doesn't have to be super expensive. Share with me how you've been eating cheap on Carnivore, because when I learn, you learn, we all learn. It's just fun to do together. So remember to be self-sufficient, help everyone you can, inconvenience no one, and y'all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.